Yeah, of course you shit. Fuck is the matter? Why are you doing that for fucking shit? Why? Step in your turd, I'll kick your ass. You know that, right? Where do you want from here? See it to me. All of it, trip. It's alright, little baby, because I feel just the same. How you doing, Patrice? We'll wait on a few more people. Oh, we got 10 in here already. What's up, Gen Expressers? Saturday night. Let's have some fun. Michael Crabtree, what's up? Guys, in a minute after, let's chat. Let's do it, man. In a minute after, well, in a little bit after I show you the stuff that I collected today, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. We'll give you an opportunity if you want to pop up live, we can do that. I just got to share the link, so we're going to do that. All right. First things first, I want to address Anthony. What's his name? Anthony. What's the guy, the lead singer for Three Doors Down, who passed away today? Anthony. I can't think of his name for some reason. It's not coming not coming to me immediately. But I want to take the time to, to wish condolences to his family. I've got a little background with Three Doors Down, not anything big, but Anthony, that's his first name. I met Anthony once in a studio. Yes. Well, I don't know if it was trying to remember. Yeah, Anthony. It was Anthony and another player. They were in a studio up in Nashville, and it's a long story as to why they were there. But let me tell you how I first was introduced to Three Doors Down. Three Doors Down. I mean, how can you really hate the guys? I mean, It's pop rock, it's folk rock, it's kryptonite, good stuff. They were supposed to. I never knew of these guys. Brad Arnold, yeah, that's it. Brad Arnold. I think. Wait, Brad Arnold sounds like someone else. I thought it was Anthony. It might be Brad. But anyway, guys, Superman, yeah. How I first was introduced to them, I was so pissed off because, hey, what is this live stream about? It's just going to be we play games, we talk about everything, man. We never know. Sometimes we have a theme, sometimes we don't. Politics, music, a lot. Thank you. Thank you, Wolfie, for taking care of that one for me. Yeah, I was going. I don't know if you've ever heard of a band called Saliva. That's a Memphis band. Memphis. I'm from Memphis, Michael. Saliva is a Memphis band, and they got pretty big, pretty big in 98, 99, or they didn't get as big as they should. But they got pretty big. And if you were from this area, you understand, and you saw them. You saw them at least once if you were into music. They were, put on a great live show. Josie was amazing. But what happened is I had tickets to see them at the New Daisy, which is downtown Memphis. And there were a few bands playing on the bill. But we found out the day of that Saliva, the headliners, had canceled. But they were going to have a special guest. So the special guest who replaced Saliva as headliners was Three Doors Down, and Three Doors Down were not popular yet. So I got to see them before they were anything, and I knew they were going to be good. They were a good band. Regardless of how you feel about their music. In concert, they were good. They impressed me quite a lot. Gen Xers, I want to run this by you real quick. Susie Q's. Okay. You listen to Truck Bed? No, I don't listen to those guys. Who are they? I'll go check them out if you suggest them. Hostess Susie Q's. Let's talk about these for a minute. Always my favorite snack growing up. I thought Dust for Life was going to take off. Hell yeah, Dust for Life, bro. That's funny. Dust for Life, Roxy Blue. Roxy Blue was older, though. Roxy Blue was a hair band, and they were a good hair band. How the hell are you talking about some Hostess? Look, man, this is a Gen X channel, Gen X Press, Press. I'm a First Amendment auditor. I haven't been able to get out and do First Amendment auditing because we have ICE all over the place in the city, literally and figuratively. So, well, I guess they would both be literally. So I'm not chancing it right now, bro. I'm not going out solo right now. I need other people to go out with me. If you want to come with me and go audit, then you're welcome to. So, and YouTube shadow banned my videos. So this is what I'm doing now. We're having fun in here, and it's not going to have this one direction. Okay, we play it by ear here at Gen Express. All right, but you have to be a critical thinker. If you're not a critical thinker, then you just need to head on out. You need to head on out right now. I don't care if you got different background, different opinions, but we're going to be civil towards each other because this is social media, and we're here to make social media social again. All right. So let me tell you about these. Now, you want to know why? Okay, this is going somewhere, okay? My whole thing. Hello, Swan. How are you doing? Tiger tails were my favorite. I love these just because you got two of them. You remember you got two in a pack. And then when they had the big takeover, the Mexican company or whoever bought Hostess, and they said, we're going to bring them back out. And they did bring them back out. They brought back Twinkies. Twinkies weren't the same. They were different. They brought out the Susie Q's. Susie Q's were not the same. They were different. And everybody bitched about it. So they took the Susie Q's away. And they brought them back again. And they've done them right this time. we have snack review. But no, it's not really a snack review. It's just me reminiscing on how much I love these. Okay, I bought this because they're hard to find. Twinkies are good, yeah. These are hard to find. So, but here's what I wanted to get at. Okay, this is a pack of Suzy Q's that probably costs what, $3.50, something like that, between $3.50 and $4. Now, there used to be 8 in a box. Okay, there used to be 8 in a box because you remember Suzy Q's used to come in two. They used to come in two. Go ahead, it's teed up for you guys. But when they came back after the Mexican company took them over and they weren't the same, they brought them back. But then all of a sudden they only had 6 in a box. 6 in a box. And they weren't done correctly. And people bitched and complained. I'm here to tell you they are done correctly now. Okay, these are good. But we have a problem because now it's 5 in a box. 5 in a box. This is what they're doing to you. This is what they're doing to you. And this is why I always say, not red versus blue. It's the 1% versus you. Okay? This is what we need to focus on in our daily lives when they're screwing us like this. Paying more money, product's not as good, and now we only get 5 of these, and they used to come 2 to a pack. Okay, so really you're getting 2.5 packs for $5 or $4, whatever it is. So that's just, I notice these things, guys, and I just want you to try to notice these things. Okay. Because when you do, as you start to notice those things, your eyes are going to open and you're going to start to understand, oh, it's not that blue guy over there. It's not that minority. It's not that immigrant. It's not this. It's not that. That's not the reason that we're struggling so hard in America, busting our asses 2 or 3 jobs. This is the reason. This is the reason. These giant corporations and these billionaires who don't give a fuck about you, and they never will. All right? So, Little Debbie's were 2 for $5, now 2 for $7. Yeah. Now they did do something that was kind of cool. They have a $1 Little Debbie now. Yeah, the Little Debbie's went nuts after the COVID. After COVID, they went out the roof, and they're all the time saying, "Well, it costs more to get our product." Okay, well now you're getting your product regularly, so why haven't our prices come down? That's all. All right, so keep your eye out on that and realize who the real enemy in this country is before you go and cuss out a red hat or a blue shirt, whatever you want to call a Democrat or a Republican or a Christian or an atheist or any of that. Let them prove to you that they're an asshole before you decide how you feel about them. COVID was all part of the plan to bring something up. I can't read it because it's behind the donate button. Bring something up and bring prices up and keep them that way. They will only lower prices if they are forced to. Exactly. These companies, they think in their head that every year they're going to grow. They're going to continue to grow, that their numbers are going to get higher and higher and higher. Newsflash, that's not a possibility. Okay, you're never going to continue to grow as a company, especially a retail or groceries or anything like that. It's just not going to happen. But they realized that they could bend us over one more time during COVID, and we would take it. Time to stop taking it. Okay, guys, time to wake up. All right, let's focus on what we found today and yesterday, or the last couple of days. I'm going to show you guys I pick, so I want to show you all my finds for the day. Hopefully, you get a little entertainment out of this. If you don't, that's cool too. Bear with me. All right. I already forgot where I put everything. All right, here it is. First find. Really, well, I came on earlier and I told you guys I found that one item that I listed for $138 that I bought for $5. I grabbed this, okay? I found this today. And I know it's not worth much, okay? It's 1989. It's a complete set of Score baseball cards, sealed. I know it's not worth much. I knew it wasn't when I saw it. I knew it was probably worth $20 or so. But I wanted to pick it up anyway because I could have rare cards in here. I could have, there's a few misprints in here. If I have those, then I'd make a little bit of money off this. But I paid $1 for this. Oh, here's something I dug up for you guys. Check this out. I just came across your channel. Very interesting. Thank you, Kim Smith. I appreciate you. Some nights were more interesting than others, and some nights we're talking about some random thing that you wouldn't think we'd be talking about, but here we are. Yeah, let me show you this. Now, I told you guys that, I go and I look in my inventory. We have a death pile. That's what you call an inventory pile that you don't get around to listing. It could be a bunch of different reasons. Maybe you just forget it, or maybe you don't feel like listing it because it's not a, just a $5 Griffey. But there's also like a misprint. There's a couple of misprints. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to make a ton of money off of it. But you're right there. That $5 Griffey, though, is ungraded. If it was graded, some of these cards, even graded, though, the most you're going to get out of there is a $40 card, even graded, I think. But still pick it up if you ever see it, because it's from 1989 and it's sealed. And I know there's a ton of them out there because this is the junk wax era. This is when they just printed and printed and printed and printed and printed. So none of those cards are extremely rare. What did you say, Jeremy? But I found something the other day that sometimes you'll find things that I've had for a year, maybe 2 years, that I forgot about, and I look it up and it's gone up in value. That happens quite often, actually. I have a controller. I might have it in here. I don't have it in here, but it's a Legend of Zelda Wii controller. It's just a wireless Wii controller for Legend of Zelda. It's gold. When I got that thing a year ago, it was worth $55 to $65, and every one of them that listed sold. Today, it's worth $120. So it just goes to show you that sometimes you can hang on to things and they can go up in value, but you can also hang on to things that go down in value. And I'm going to give you an example of one right here. Y'all are going to laugh at it. Okay. Hope everybody's feeling good tonight, guys. Okay, what do we got here? We got a Grizzlies fanny pack. Okay, something that was given away on a promotion. That's part of it. What else is in here? I have a handkerchief. I want you to look real close at who's on this handkerchief. Yeah, that's Ja. That's Ja on there. And then I have these, and all this is rare, okay? This is something that was handed out of the game, and he's a rookie year because you can tell by looking at him. It was never going to be hugely valued just because it was a free giveaway, but they only made so many of them, so it makes it rare. But look at this. Look at these two sets of cards that also come. Look, what does it say? You have me walking on air with Ja. Now, I think I've got this listed for, I don't know, $30 maybe for all this, this Ja stuff. And I don't know if you've been keeping up with the. It is rare. I mean, it is rare. Portugal. Jesus Christ. It is rare because, I mean, it's not valuable, but it's rare. It's valuable to the right person. And if everything had worked out the way it was supposed to, where Ja was going to be a 18-time MVP, he was going to be in the All-Star game every year. Yes, that's something you buy. Okay, it would be like buying Jordan stuff before Jordan got popular. So you buy these on the assumption, or cards, that your player that you love so much that's listed on here is going to get value, is going to get big. Ja's had a lot of problems. He's had a lot of problems. So I'm assuming the value on these is I don't think anybody's looking at these because apparently nobody wanted Ja. We want Ja. I want him now. I didn't want him. I was tired of him, and I was like, if he don't want to be here, he don't need to be here. But after hearing that nobody else wanted him, I want him now because I think that's a gut punch to that young man who thought he was going to get offers from different NBA teams, and it didn't happen. See what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm back on the jaw train. I wish him the best. I know he fucked up. He made mistakes. Nobody wants him. Nobody wants him. So let's see if he grows up or if he flames out. One of those things is going to happen. He's either going to have a really good year next year or he's going to flame out. I hope he has a good year, personally. All right. That's truth, Kath. I need it like now. Anybody inviting in any, extracurricular activities tonight? Yep, maybe he will see that and start playing like he wants it again. Yeah, that's what I was getting at, man. Dude, I've tried, man, with him. I followed him since day one, man. And when the first gun charge, I was like, man, come on, guys. He's a black guy. Why are y'all attacking him but not attacking Kid Rock? I was all into this. I get it. You can't do that if you're under contract for the NBA. But I gave him the benefit of the doubt. He's a kid. But then he did it again. And that's when I was kind of like, And then he just started not playing. And that's when I was just like, he can go. If he don't want to play, he stays injured a lot. So you're right. And I hope that happens. I wish him all the best. And I'm going to be right there in the stands cheering him on if that does happen. You can do it, Jai. Hang in there. Hang in there, boy. He needs a gummy. I took one not long ago. All right, on to the next thing. We'll get through this quickly, and then we can play our game. All right. This says $9.99 on the case. I picked it up. I probably got it in the back, so I probably didn't pay $9.99 for it. I probably paid a couple of bucks for it. When I say the back, I got it in the bins. They have a bin area where the pickers go, and they have a front area where the normal shoppers are. Normally, they take the good stuff and put it in the front. But if you ever see this out, check it out. Pick it up. You'll make money off of it, depending on what you get it for. I've sold 3 of these. Here's what the inside looks like. Now, you're wondering what the hell that is. This is a little robot. He is called, what's he called? Cosmo. He's called Cosmo. He's a little robot. You charge him up, his little eyes light up. He looks at you. He can say your name. You can program. He plays with these things on his own. You got games here that he plays. It's really cool. It's like having a little pet that you put on your counter. He runs around. He won't go off the side of the counter. These are going to get you, if it's in good shape, you're going to get at least $100 for this. With this case and these blocks right here, I'll put this up for $120 and I'll sell it. They sell every time. I got to test it first. So that's cool. Swan, where you at? I got something for you. Well, it's not for you. It's for me, but I think you'll like this. Toolbox, LOL. They actually make cases for those guys. That might be a case for something else that they've customized for that robot. But that little robot, man, he sells. I've sold 3 of them. Okay, Swan, I got something for you. Check this out. I found this. I need to do I've tried to do research on this actually, and I can't really find anything. It is Alice in Wonderland. It looks to be like chess pieces, hand-painted pewter figures. They might not be chess pieces, but they're hand-painted pewter figures by a company called One by One. And they're really cool. Sometimes I find things that I haven't seen in a long time or didn't list because I didn't have enough information on it. that when I look at it, I get very excited. Check it out. Um, the Alice in Wonderland collections of off the cast. What it says on there. All right, check these things out, guys. Look at that. Look at the detail. Look at the detail on that guy. It's pewter. Man, my nails. Sorry, guys. So that's the what's the bunny? I forgot what the bunny's name is. I'm late. I'm late for a very important date. But really cool, heavy little pieces, but they're really tiny. I want to show all of them to you because I think they're super cool. I think they took a lot of time to do these, and I'm proud to show them off. Little pewter hand painted figures. Really cool. Just a couple. Well, there's a few more, but look at that. Look at that rabbit. Pretty cool. Here's Alice. Here's Alice. Sorry if it's not focusing. Anyway, I need to build a zoom in on these things, and it's hard to do in a live feed, but they're super cool. What do we have here? Oh yeah, there's my guy. Here's my guy right here. Look, this is that caterpillar that was sitting over there getting stoned. Y'all remember this guy? Look at him. That's cool. That would be the one that I would want to keep. And here is, I don't know who this is. I mean, I know who it is, but I don't know his name. The Mad Hatter, maybe? All right. And I think that's all. This last one. Ooh, the cat. The Cheshire Cat. And I know it's hard to pick up the details, but these are super cool. They're super cool. I would probably, I don't know. I'm not going to try to make a ton of money off these. I just want them to find somebody that, that can put them in a case or something, or, take good care of them. So I'd probably let those go for, I don't know, $30 maybe. 20 to 30, somewhere in there. If I can find more of them online and get an idea of what they're priced at, then that could change. But do you like those, Swan? Yeah, one stone looking cat. All right. Swan, you would like these too. And anybody else who's a classic Disney is going to like this. Can you draw your ear? Will Manister, can I draw my ear? Yeah, I can draw my ear. These are really cool. Disney postcards, classic old Disney postcards. I'm going to show them to you. But I've got these in a lot. And that just means all of them are included. And they've been on my eBay for a while, but they've had watchers. I just want you to look at some of these cool images. This one is from, says Walt Disney on the back and does not have a date. Hello, cute dog. Where's the dog? All right, I like that one. Got some Muppet babies. Not Muppet. Wolfie, you wanted it, you're getting it. I'm calling Disney characters Muppet babies. Are you happy? You happy with yourself, man? Cinderella. Cool. And Mickey Mouse. I mean, it's cool. They're older, they're vintage postcards. That's the reason I always pick up vintage postcards. Why do you keep saying that, Will? Are you getting ready to throw some stupid joke on me? This one right here, actually, if you ever see this on a t-shirt or a picture or something, pick it up. Because this is a very people seem to like this image of Mickey and Minnie. Fantasia. And then we have Flintstones. On the Road Again. These are from, these might have a date, 1980. I can't read it. 1980 something, maybe 84. Pretty cool stuff. I like to keep this stuff alive. I hate to think that somebody would throw this in the trash, and that's what happens if they make it to the bins and somebody doesn't pick them up, then they wind up in the trash. And I save them, and other people save their stuff too. Cool stuff. All right, I got a new audit hat, guys. You ready? Oh, picked that up today. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. You see me going out and doing an audit with this thing on? Yeah, that's what it's. That's. Oh, oh! I'm sorry, but that was loud as hell. Oh, okay. Yeah, look at it. This guy. What's funny is when I buy stuff like that at the bins, people around me will be looking at my stuff and going, "Why are you buying that, man?" But the cashiers up there, they understand why I'm buying that. They know what I do, and they know that I'm always looking for strange things, and that's a troll item. Oh, you're new? How you doing? Thank you, Kim. All it is, it's a something to get a conversation started with strangers. Unfortunately, that one's really crazy looking, so it might not get a lot of conversation started. It might actually it might actually make a circle of people around you where you have nobody around you because they're like, why is he wearing that? But I'd be curious. If I was out in public and I saw somebody wearing that hat, I would want to know. I'd walk over to them, hey man, nice hat. Why are you wearing that? Simple thing, right? Uh, Kim, appreciate it. All right. Oh, if you're ever out and you resell and you ever come across one of these, pick it up immediately. If you sell clothing, because this is a hat washer. It keeps your hat in shape when you wash it. I've got a John Fogerty hat over there, somewhere right over there. It's an old classic, center field. It says John Fogerty center field, and I probably need to use this on it. Pick these up. All right, what else we got? Got a lot of games we can play. Haven't read the rules. Dirty Minds. Anybody want to play Dirty Minds, the game of naughty clues? We have that option. We have now this don't laugh at me for this one. I know they make it in a computer on I can use my phone, but guess what? I can't use my phone because I'm using my phone to live stream. So this is headbands for adults. And if you've never seen this, then where have you been living in a cave? It looks like a good game, Swan. I would put this on, and you guys would try to tell me what's on my head. That's how that works. Because I can't teleport it through the screen so that you have it. And I got this one too. What's yours like? It is a game that tells it like it is. Mine is tight. Mine gets wet. I hate shopping for mine. Be clever, be witty, or be outrageous. Mine has strings. Mine gets wet. Mine has yellow polka dots. So I would assume what you do is, I'm going to have to read the rules on this. You know us though. We always make up our own rules. That's what we do. That's what we do here. All right, we're going to get to game time. Let's do it. Let's do it. Who's playing tonight? Let me go ahead and get this link up here. Give me a second. If anybody wants to come live, you can come live and we'll play this game. I'm not going to tell you what the game is. You don't have to come live. I need to. What is going on with my wording tonight? I try not to have a dirty mind, but some things that come out of my mouth, I'm just like, why are they not quick witted in here? Wolfie, you should have jumped all over that one. All right, here we go. So you can play in the chat. I have a gummy. I took a gummy, dude. Calm down. Just let it kick in a little bit. Wolfie. And also, if you're out there and you're new to the channel and you're asking about gummies, so I come in and I'll take an adult gummy. It is legal here in my state. I'm not doing anything illegal. I tell people what it is. It's just a CBD gummy. It may be THC. I'm not sure. But yeah, and you see the way I loosen up as we go. And, you know, I'd never tell you to do that, guys. I wouldn't want you to do that. I'm the only one that can handle gummies. You gotta understand that. Just kidding. All right, you can play on here, or you can come on screen. You can play in here, or you can pop up on screen by clicking the link that I send. If you pop up on screen and you don't want to be seen, you can shut your camera off. You can to where we can just hear you. So if you're shy, you can do that. I'm not going to force you to show your face or anything like that. That's not what this is about. But we're good people in here. Ain't nobody going to mess with you. You know, if you have a purple mohawk, if you have a pink mohawk, if you have no hair, if you have a forehead the size of Peyton Manning's, we'll be okay. We're not going to make fun of that. We might. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. That's a physical thing. I get made fun of my physical traits all the time, so I get tired of hearing that. So even though we're just goofing with each other, if you got a big giant forehead like Peyton Manning, you won't hear a word from me about it, okay? Only way they can be better is that we're raking across my back, or even if you're a Christian. Oh, man. I had to turn the TV off tonight, guys. I started to watch By the way, I told y'all I'd be back in an hour. In that hour, you know what I had to do? I went in there to feed my dogs. They're out of food. So I had to go find them dog food. I had to go buy them dog food. That's how I got the Suzy Q's. I know you thought it was strange that I would bring a box of Suzy Q's in here, but I went to get my dog's dog food, and I picked that up and figured I'd show y'all because I love Suzy Q's. But then I had to eat. If you're new here, I told these guys I'd be back in an hour. I was here earlier, and we were doing a dog stream earlier about dogs, and and I told them come back tonight if there's anybody new. And I said, well, I'll go on at 7. So I had to eat. I had to feed my dogs. I had to go get food for my dogs. I wanted to sit down and relax a little bit, but I couldn't because all I thought about was y'all. And I wanted to get back in here ASAP. I'm 6 foot, 220 pounds. If you're old and chunky like me, or even if you're Christian, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And as I've been rambling on, we've lost 4 viewers. Way to go, Liver Cheese. All right. That hurts my feelings. It doesn't. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have a good time tonight. I can tell it. I can tell it. I can tell it. Oh, I don't think I'm trying to get the link up. Dang, I forgot to eat today so far. Fed the kid, fed the cats, fed the pup. That happens, man. You guys ever been out there and it'll be like 6 or 7 o'clock and you're like, holy shit, I haven't eaten anything. Happens. If you need to cook something, Swan, just take us with you. Take us with you. You can be on stream cooking. I would love to watch that. Who's going for it? Okay, well, you got to know the game first. I'm going to go ahead and put who's going to play. As you answer the questions, I will put your name up on our super duper amazingly high tech board over here, and you can play if you're new. You don't have to know us. If you jump in halfway through the game, you can play. Sometimes at midnight, it's midnight, and I'll remember. Yeah, it's the same with me. Some days some days you're just not as hungry as you are on other days. But you got to force yourself to eat if you get to that position, because you'll get really sick if you don't eat. You got to eat. All right, give me 2 minutes. That's what he said. Starting it off with a banger. Y'all like this shirt? I'm the furthest thing from a public menace that you'll ever meet. Most of the time. I was talking to a Christian today at the I didn't even know he was a Christian. But we were talking about stuff, and he kind of pushed back on some stuff with me. And he told me I wasn't listening to him, and I said, "You're right. I don't listen. I'm terrible at it." Uh, we got our first spammer of the evening. Yeah. Are you a Republican? I am a human being, is what I am, brother. We don't talk like that in here. We don't do. A party doesn't define you, man. It doesn't define you. Did I say defines you? A party does not define you. LOL. Always got to grab my phone to live. Still have not figured everything out on the iPad. Yeah, man. It's hey, trust me. Wolfie sees it every day. Wolfie comes to a lot of my streams and helps me along. Y'all all do. Well, do you support Trump? Is basically what I'm asking. I don't invest time and energy in that. We invest time and energy in being good human beings and accepting all into our group, and understanding that we have differences. Where I draw the line is if you hurt other people. If you hurt other people, then you don't get my respect anymore, and you're not a critical thinker. That's what we consider ourselves, critical thinkers. And he's a critical spammer. It doesn't bother me, guys. All right, here's the game we're playing, guys. Tonight we are dealing with movies. We haven't done movies. Some people don't have individuality. They have to attach themselves to something to feel relevant. Very good comment there, Mike. Very good comment. Hey, man, the guy, he can stay and talk. I want people to know that when they come in here and that's the first thing they ask. I don't like that. We didn't used to ask people that. We used to, hey, how are you doing? Oh, what do you do even what do you do for a living? Or, oh, is that your dog? Oh, okay, cool. Your car's nice. It's just rare. I remember they used to tell you what not to talk about at parties. There were two things that you didn't talk about at parties: politics and religion. Politics and religion. Now, what happened between that time in the 70s and 80s and even 90s when we just didn't talk about it the way we do now? Something happened, and now we want to attach our entire personalities to a party. And no, never. Very divisive. All right, so tonight we are dealing with movies, okay? Now, I have two stacks in my hand. And I don't see anybody who's come in yet. That's okay. You don't have to come in. But if you want to come in, there is a link. I'll put it up. I'll keep putting it up because shit rock. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Wolf Eyes, were you able to grab the link? It's not letting me. That's because it might be my link from earlier today. let me double check it, guys. Give me half a second. It's been half a second. Guest. Invite guest. Copy. What is branded welcome for guests? I don't know. I guess y'all got something. You get something that they send you when you come into the studio that says, welcome to the studio. Okay, try it again. All right, try that one, Wolf. Try that one right there. If you're going to sit here and tell me I got to restart my stream, I'm going to be very, very mellow about it, actually. Tired of being angry about stuff. Angry about stupid stuff. Why are we so angry at each other about stupid stuff? Why? All right. Nope. It's not working. Bro, let me try to figure out what the hell's going on. This makes no sense. Okay, participants. Invite guest. Guests can stream. Let me click that. I'll take down this stupid welcome. Maybe that has something to do with it. Copy. And I'll only ask you one more time. And if not, we might have to run it at least a little bit old school. There it is again, guys. Y'all can do one more old school with me, can't you? I just don't want to end the stream. Try that. Nope again. Are you trolling me, Wolf? Are you messing with me? All right, we got 6 players. What we'll do? Well, here's what we'll do, Wolf. Okay, and here's what we'll do, Wolf and Swan and anybody else who wants to come in here. Prove you're not AI and fart for us. They haven't learned how to fart yet. Jesus Christ! I was watching something tonight. They thought was AI. Man, they were apparently the CNN woman whose mother, is most likely dead. But let's hold out hope. But tonight they released a video. This was actually only like a couple hours ago it went down. They released a video, a real short video that was talking about we understand and we're going to meet your demands or whatever, or something like that. They said that to the hostages and or not to the hostages, to the kidnappers. And there were people on Agenda Free TV who were looking at the video and thought it was AI. And they thought it was AI because it looked like she had 6 fingers. One of them looked like she had 6 fingers. But my boy, my host, was amazing, and he pointed out that no, if you follow the other woman's hand, there was another woman next to her, and she had her hand on top of her hand. And they said if you follow the other person's hand, that's her finger under there, and it made it look like she had 6 fingers. So good on that guy for shutting down the AI talk. Okay. The AI is out there. It's all over the place. Don't get me wrong. But right now, you can still tell the difference a little bit. I made a CTG light up sign. No, you did not. No, you did not. Come on. Won't fart. Definitely AI to flex when pressed. Wait, are you? Look, man, I watched that. I watched the Trump video the other night where they said, he defecated on himself or whatever. And apparently, people were on there listening for sounds. I wasn't doing that. I was just looking to see the woman behind him who was doing all this, or no, she wasn't doing this. She was doing this. That was unfair. She wasn't back there doing this. She was doing this. So I mean, it could have been anything, but it certainly looked like. I mean, what is he? 84. I mean, 83 people, 83 and 84-year-old people shit their pants, guys. That's part of life. A lot of them don't, but a lot more of them do. A lot more of them do. So, I don't know if he did or not. I don't care. We're not talking about it. All right. Or as I pronounced it, I sure did. Okay. All right, Wolf. Look, here's what I'm going to do for you, okay? And all you guys, okay? We're going to play old school right now with this game, okay? After like an hour or so, whenever I decide I need a break, maybe 2 hours, I'll get off. And if y'all want to go over to Slim's channel, you can do that. But I will be back on later tonight. And I know I say that a lot and I go pass out. Actually, almost every time I've said that, I haven't come back on live. So why would y'all believe me? I will try my damnedest to come back later tonight. That's the best I can do for you. They were listening for sound because you can tell the difference between a real fart and an AI fart. Still deflecting and not farting, by the way. I can't fart, dude. I'm not a guy that can just fart on command. What do you think I am? There was a dude back in the 1800s who, it may have been the 1900s. Did y'all read about this guy? The guy who could fart songs? It's a real thing, man. It's a real thing. Look it up. He toured all over the country, this guy. And he would fart a tune. Now, it would be really amazing if he took a request. That would be impressive. He might have taken request. He needs more liver cheese to fart on command. Yeah, liver cheese will do that to you. Or what's it called, Swan? It's not liver cheese. It's liver cheese, but it's called something else. Here. I'm good. I don't want to look it up. That's okay. You don't have to look it up. All right, so we're going to start out with the 90s because I think the 90s will be a little more difficult. Actually, y'all's ages. Wolfie, how old are you? Quit dodging the question. Liver loaf. All right, simple tonight, guys. Very, very simple. I like some of these questions. I didn't read all of them. I read a few of them, and I thought they would be entertaining. What we can do is you can answer it, and then if you have anything you want to say about that, like if it brings up some nostalgia or something after you answer the question, then you can. The floor is yours. But I will. Whoever answers first, I'm going to put up on the board. Okay. Case 1078 won't fart. Definitely. Definitely AI. All right, man. You think I'm AI? Oh, God, I don't even know if I can do it anymore with this finger. Hang on. Thanks, Glenn. I appreciate you. Can AI do this? Oh, not AI, bro. Can AI do this? That's not AI, bro. Holy shit, who's this dumb fuck liberal on here? God, I saw him earlier today in the car. He was acting like a retard then. But did you sub? Because from that video, I got 20 subs, bro. So I think you subbed to come in here and troll me. And if you did that, that's cool. That's cool. What gang signs? I can turn my feet backwards and put a 1 in the chat, Swan, and move it up so I can read it. Part of it's behind a button that I can't get rid of on here. Hit a 1, it'll move it up so I can read it. I can turn my feet backwards and flip you off using my toes. Okay, I got it. Sounds like a challenge, and it sounds like that's something we might need to see. You don't have to do it today. Maybe get a little liquid courage in you, and then maybe we'll demand that you do that. You may not put mascara on for nothing. All right, here we go. No, you're going to get a chance to get up here, Swan. Let's do this. Give me 45 minutes with this game. Okay, 30 to 45 minutes. Set your timer at 7:48 right now. We'll stop playing this game at 8:30. Okay, unless we're just having a good time. I don't trust people who drive Kia Souls deep down inside. I know they're evil. Yeah, I like that, man. Pablo, that's good, man. That's good stuff. Thank you for that. Thank you for adding that humor to our chat. It's so funny. I don't trust people who drive Kia Souls deep down inside. I know they're evil. I like that. You have any advice on getting an elbow deep fist out? I'm asking for a friend. I don't know, bro. You gotta go to work sometime. So you might want to take care of that. Toxic. Oh, you guys are great. I got a lot of comedians in here. I love it. You mean she got dressed up and I can't see it? I don't drink, so no liquid courage for me. We're see, yeah, Wolfie. Wolfie's real pissed off at me right now. Wolfie, I'm telling you, I will pop right back up on here, and us 3 or 4 or 8 or 10. Speaking of that, did y'all see how many people I had looking at my stream earlier today? Holy shit, there was 100 in there, and they were staying for the most part, making fun of me clearly. But at least I got 20 new subs, so go ahead and make fun of me all you want to. All right, where are you seeing this at? Where am I seeing what at? Wolf eyes must be the gummies. What did I miss, man? What are y'all doing? Y'all are just messing with me. Wolf eyes must be the gum. All right. All right, here we go, guys. Question number 1. These are movies. I'm looking for the first answer. I hate that I have to do that to y'all. I hate it. Because I know it sucks to sit there and type. I know y'all would rather be talking to me and cursing me out and call me gay bearded homosexual. That's what everybody calls me on here, gay bearded homosexual. All right, here we go. Question number 1. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Which fashion designer, do we know about fashion designers, was shot dead on the steps of his Miami Beach home in 1997? Which fashion designer? I guess these aren't all about movies. Maybe it's just about the 90s and the 80s. I thought they were about movies, so I apologize. The message we can't see. What message, bro? What are you? Oh, you're talking about what? My little message right there. That's from my dog chat earlier. Oh, no, I think it says, I don't know what it said. Hold on. Can you see it now? Nope. Can you hear me now? Stalin. Versace. Swan. On the board immediately. And I'm not going to have anything to keep score, of course. Man. Fuck my life, dude. Did I say that out loud? You weren't supposed to hear that. I'm supposed to always be positive. And I'm positive that if it's something that needs to go wrong, it's absolutely going to go wrong on my little game we got going here. Ha! Ha! Swan. Coming in with the first point. That is Giovanni Versace. I remember that. He got murdered in 1997. All right. Okay, on to the next one. So it's not necessarily movies. It could be anything from the 90s. This is a good one. Sports. Which American golfer was killed in a plane crash 4 months after his U.S. Open victory in 1999? I could probably help you out here if I can find. Yeah, I can help you out a little bit, guys. I can help you out here. Which U.S. golfer? Which U.S. golfer? William Wallace. No, bud. I appreciate the answer, though. Payne Stewart, runner 5K, coming in with it is absolutely Payne Stewart. I got a little, and we can do a little backstory on that won't take very long. Payne Stewart won. Who was it that won? Somebody lost. I think it was Phil Mickelson. Phil Mickelson lost. Let me put your score up first, runner, because you know me, I'll forget it. runner 5K with 1 point. Payne Stewart in 1999. First off, that's the year that my dad passed away, 1999. So I was an emotional wreck that year. But I'll never forget what Payne Stewart said to Payne Stewart. He was so humble in that win. He won, and then instead of focusing everything on himself, what he did was he went over to Phil Mickelson, who was having a child that week, his first kid. And he went over, and it's out there on video. It's such a great piece of video. He goes over and he hugs Phil Mickelson, who looks heartbroken. He just lost a major. And he hugs him and he says, "Hey, congratulations! What you're getting ready to experience is 10 times better than any of this." And I remember it, and I remember thinking that was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And of course, 4 months later, he dies. Sucked. Anyway, all right. Way to bring the show down there, Liver Cheese, with that question. All right. Here we go. I got one here for you. Video games. How about some video games? Tiger Woods is the only golfer I know the name of. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing to be ashamed of there. But you did say Tiger Woods after Payne. Tiger Woods is alive. Come on, Swan. First, I was going to give you the benefit of the doubt, man, but you know Tiger Woods is alive. Actually, I haven't seen him in a while. What's he been doing? Is he still alive? Sorry, you can tell I lost something. All right, here's the next question. What was the name? It's video games. What was the name of Sonic the Hedgehog? Sonic, why am I holding it up to the camera? What the fuck am I doing? What was the name of Sonic the Hedgehog's sidekick? He made a TV show where they're indoors. What was the name of Sonic the Hedgehog? Sonic the Hedgehog had a sidekick. What was his name? Or her name? I don't know. Tails. Look at Wolfie. Of course, the first dorky question I ask, Wolfie's going to jump all over it and get it right. I kid, Wolfie. I kid. All right. You're one of my favorite people. Man, I'm telling you, I lost something. I can feel it. I lost something. All right, here we go. Next question. These are cool. These are fun questions. Check it out. This is also from the 90s. Who shot Mr. Burns? Mr. Burns, excellent on The Simpsons. Who shot Mr. Burns on The Simpsons? I love that. That's just a great question. Only because I put up with you. Anybody know the answer? And guys, if you're sitting back here watching this and you're not chatting, that's cool. And you know the answer to that, and you want to throw it up there, man. I'll put you up on board. We'll get you involved. Krusty the Clown did not kill Mr. Burns. Maggie, yes. Swan with the point. Way to go, Swan. Give it up. I have a cheer button somewhere. I need to find that. Chief Wiggum, Smithers. Correct answer is Maggie. So Swan Song takes the lead with 2 points. Good stuff. I like these questions, bro. I like them. The reason I like them is they're not too difficult, but they can they can be tricky. Because you should know that, right? But a lot of people don't know it. Here we go. Next question from the 90s. Which character did Dustin Diamond play in Saved by the Bell? What was Dustin Diamond? Rest in peace, by the way, Dustin Diamond. I may have helped you out there by saying that. Screech. Wolfie jumping in with the quickness. Bud came in. Look, Wolfie, I'm going to ask something of you right now. Because you're a good guy. You're a real good guy. Bud Morgan came in right after you, and he's a new player. I kind of want to put his name up on this board. Tyson, hey, what's up, brother? So, Wolfie, what do you think? We put Bud Morgan up here and give him that point? I'm not going to make you sacrifice the point. I'll give you both a point. Just because I want to put Bud. Just because I want to write Bud up on my board here. Good job, both of you. That was very quick. I got a point. Give it to him. That's what I meant. I gave you the point too, though. Wolfie got that. You can't rob Wolfie. I know, but I know Wolfie. I know Wolfie, and Wolfie's about. He's definitely about trying to get other people involved on this show, if you will. So I appreciate it. I see it and I appreciate it. And I meant to take a mental note to tell all you moderators out there, thank you for what you do. I appreciate it. I don't see what you're really doing, but I know you're doing something. Trenton, what's up? We're playing some pretty cool trivia right now. I like these questions. All right, damn that black book. Was he asking about the car? That's awesome. All right, so next question's this. Swan. Next question's this. Swan. Next question's this. Swan. Who became the youngest golfer ever to win the Masters tournament in 1997? Who became the youngest golfer ever to win? I'm guessing from your background you like collector's items. Absolutely I do, man. I'm a picker. I'm a picker and I'm a poet. I'm not a poet. I'm a picker, though. Thank you for noticing that, man. Tiger. Tiger back hole. Swan. Pee Wee Herman. Bud bringing the Pee Wee Herman. He didn't win the Masters tournament. He won the masturbation tournament, not the Masters. Maybe that's your joke you were using there. Swan. Good answer. All right. That's cool. What's your favorite thing and coolest thing you own? I mean, if I'm looking just here, I own other cool stuff that's not in here. For instance, I've got a gizmo that I like a lot. It keeps disappearing. Probably out of all the stuff in here, probably the Beatles, my Beatles poster. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's a very valuable poster, but I'm going to show it to you. Let me get all this crap out of the way. See it? It's one of those. I forget what they call it. Lenticular. It's a lenticular yellow submarine poster. I love that. Generally, anything that I get music, I tend to cherish a little more because I do music too, or I attempt to do music. So if it's something that it's. I showed y'all last week. I got those concert posters. Like I love those. They're not really valuable, but I love them. So anything music, I think. Thanks for the question. What about you, man? What's your favorite items to pick? What do you cherish the most, or what do you have that you cherish? The black kid sign. Wait. I'm trying to get back to it. Oh yeah, Tiger Woods was going to be my answer for any golf questions. The black kid sign, the yellow sign. With the black guys. Yeah, you keep asking about that. If you're the one that wants that, right? Oh, yeah, the racist sign. We haven't figured that out yet, Wolfie. Come on now. That it hadn't been proven that it's a racist sign yet. There has to be a lot of things for it to be racist. So let me try to see if I have it handy. Yeah, I have it handy. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Okay. Now, this sign, yes, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Look, I'm not passing up that sign. It's part of American history, whatever you think of it. But I'm not sure that it's a racial. Well, I know it's a racial sign. It's a racial sign, but I'm not sure it's as racist as you think it is, because when you really look at those kids, they don't have the typical things that you saw on the minstrel shows with the big. I'm going to say it, the big lips, the big. They don't really have that. They look normal, or not normal. Okay, maybe it is a little racist. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and defend it. Damn you guys. It's not like I went out and I'm going to find a racist sign today. It's not. When you see a sign like that, you don't pass it up. Period. Now, I trusted you guys to let me show it, and I asked you, do you think this is a racist sign? And y'all are probably just trolling me now that I really think about it. That's how long it's taken me to yeah, that's part of the entertainment if you're new to the channel. Y'all troll me, you tell me there's spiders on the wall and shit like that, and just random things like I'm down the street from you. I don't like that one. Don't do that one. There's funny and there's not funny. Or I'm looking at you through the window. Especially don't do that one. Okay. But if you want to troll me a little bit, that's funny. You like looking through? Hold on. Tyson. Hang on. I didn't, Tyson. I did not. Hang on. The racist sign. Oh. Okay. I'm back. Trenton. Today I got 15 or 20 new vintage necklaces and like 10 new old rings and 6 really old watches. That's amazing. I give it up for you, man. I'm not a jealous picker. You ever meet these pickers who are all jealous about what other people get? They'll come in looking in your basket. What'd you get today? I'm curious, but I'm never jealous. If you found that item was meant to be with you. So congratulations. There's enough love. There's enough money. Well, is there really though? There's money for all of us. Maybe not enough money, but that's cool. Cool find, Trent. Appreciate you commenting, brother. I like looking through jewelry antiques. Yeah, me too. I get bags of it sometimes. I'm sure you probably have too at the Goodwill. Less and less now. They don't really put them out as much anymore. But in the past, you could find a big bag like that for 10, 15 bucks. Then they started raising the prices. They were 30, 40 bucks. And then they just disappeared altogether because they figured they're going to put it on their website and figure out a way to sell it. And maybe they will, but maybe they won't. Let me see. I like looking through jewelry antiques. Jeeps. Oof. Yeah, we're determined that the coins are racist. I'm going in a hot tub after this. It got cold. What? You get me a price on it yet? That's the most racist thing I've seen today. Okay. I'm damn racist coins. Do you have a El Chupacabra skull? I don't have that. That would be cool. Swan, how's the pup doing? Somebody asking Swan about Bowser or the other dog, but Bowser's been not feeling well. Sure you answered it already. ADHD kicked in. He forgot something. Tyson, thank you for asking. He's actually doing pretty good today. So good, he tried mounting the cat. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. He tried mounting the cat. Yeah, he's maybe still a little confused. Maybe a little. But yeah, that's good news. If he feels like humping, I think that would be a little better than when they don't eat. Right? Like you can tell they don't feel good when they don't eat. But what if they're not eating but they're humping? I would go with the humping. I don't know. Critical thinking. Tyson, thank you for asking. Okay, good question, Tyson. Nice one. Good to hear. Not for the cat, it ain't. And I have a question, not to like ruin stuff or be rude, but can you please stop cussing? Please and thank you. I don't want to be weird. I can say this, but I'm 12. You shouldn't be in here if you're 12, bro, because I'm a 18 and up chat. So I don't know how you got here. Right, more energy. My hobby is similar to picking. I cut off catalytic converters. Yeah, I like you. I like you. You need to be Pablo. You need to. I know you've subbed. I've seen you in here. I think I've seen you in here. Question for debate: ketchup, room temperature, or fridge cold? That's a good one, Bud. Thank you, man. Thank you for that. There's a little question mark over here. I wonder what it does. Oh, I can show it on stage right from there. Okay, so you're on stage right now. Question up for debate: ketchup, room temperature, or fridge cold? How do you like your ketchup? I'm going to go to the end of the comments. He cusses, but not as bad as most. Sorry. Trenton, I know you didn't. Trenton, we're having an issue because I'm using StreamYard now, and StreamYard it doesn't give me the option to make my stream. I don't think it does, but I thought I had it set on YouTube. I've always had it set on 18 and up, and I've got some wholesome videos. I got some things that, I mean, a lot of it is not, but I have a lot of things about dogs that I could put up for kids that I don't, because I don't want them coming to my channel and digging through my videos thinking I'm a dog guy, but I'm clearly so much more than that. Okay, so that's what I'll tell you, Trent. I'm talking to you as a grown up to a younger person. Okay, I would suggest that with this game that we're playing right now, that you probably not be here, because there's going to be curse words. Like my ketchup, like I like my women. Any way I can get it, no preference. Trenton, I mean, I look, guy. It's not that I want you to leave as a person, right? It's a legal thing. I like you. You asked some good questions. You were funny. I didn't know you were 12 years old. But yes, I think it's probably best that you do leave the chat. It's not anything personal. And I know at 12 years old, everything can seem personal. It's not personal. You seem like a really cool kid. All right. But this is adult time, and we don't want to have to be thinking about what we did say or didn't say. So that's what so yeah, I would, it'd probably be better if you did. Like my ketchup, like I like my women. Any way I can get it, no preference. Or, see, we can't even do that. I was going to say, Wolfie, you could time him out for a little bit, but I mean, if he keeps wanting to come back, it's going to be the same issue. Trent, I like you, man. I like you. You're not really my audience right now. Maybe one day I'll have more videos for younger kids. Yeah. That's it for me. That's it. That's it for me. Everything that I'm saying, it's just coming out ridiculously wrong sounding tonight. My content's not really for you, bro. I appreciate that you may be an older soul and might want to hear these things that adults are talking about, because we talk about some cool stuff. But you'll get there, okay? You'll get there. Go find your own age guys to hang out with right now, okay? You'll be the one doing this in a few years. You'll be the one up here, and you'll understand then why I had to tell you to leave. Does that make sense, Trenton? All right, man. All right, we're moving on. Here we go. We only have one answer for the ketchup. Let me see. Mountain cabin or beach bungalow? Bud, that's a tough one, man, because that one, I like both of those. I really like both of those. I really, really like both of those. You can't make me choose, bud. You can't. But it's a thought experiment. I'm going to have to go with beach just because I'm an Aquarius. We're kind of known for the water sign, and I've always been drawn towards bodies of water. That's where I am creative, and that's where I make big decisions around bodies of water. Very strange, but that's where I get my clarity. But lately, mountain cabin, yeah, man. As I get older, that's getting right up there with the beach, and in some cases, passing it. But if I had to choose one, I'm still at beach bungalow, maybe veering towards mountain cabin. I mean, we change, right? All right, mountain cabin, but I do have a beach house. Swan likes mountain cabin. It could make sense where you live. Uh, Swan, I picture you out in the middle of a. Are you out in the middle of like? Do you have like huge trees all around you? Because that's what I'm picturing. I'm picturing like it's. You're not in a suburb. You're probably some. Wait, I'm not gonna. Don't answer that. Never mind. Stop. Don't answer it. Don't. I just thought about what I was asking and what people could do with that information. You know what I mean? And Wolfie, no, I'm just kidding, Wolfie. You know I'm messing with you about that. But yeah, that wasn't. I'm sorry, Swan. But what I picture is like an environment that I'm not used to here. I have Memphis is a city of trees. We got a lot of trees, but our trees are different than your trees. And Whoopi's probably got Memphis trees too. Go ahead, Whoopi, make a Memphis joke. Don't miss it. You're gonna miss it. All right, I'll take that off. I have a okay. I'm in Oregon. Where isn't there tree? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's a cabin in the woods, but a lake. That's Tyson that said that. Beach house in Puerto Rico. That's cool, Tyson. Good stuff, man. Near my old gold claim, there was no. All right, been interesting. Let's continue on. My guy, I appreciate you throwing up those questions, man. I mean, I know that's good stuff. That's good stuff. You read the room right. You weren't throwing up questions that we weren't interested in like somebody on here, right? No, I appreciate that. And that's what we want to do. Even though y'all are there, you're still finding a way to participate in a different way. So awesome. And it helps me out so much, brother. It helps me out so much. All right, here we go. We're looking for 90s. We're looking for 90s on our original game. The truth is out there was the tagline for which TV show? The truth is out there. I'm Southeast Oregon. Sorry, but sis, have a great day. If you come across you again, I would join and say hi. This what is man? What's that guy trolling me the whole time, man? See, that really sucks, bro. You can't do that to me right now. You can't do that to me right now. That if that guy was trolling me, I'm really pissed off. Because I tried my damnedest to explain to a child why he can't be in here while also making him feel like he's important. Did you not see me doing that? And you just let me do it? That's not cool. It's not cool. I'm giving a piece of my soul for you, troll. There. Take it. Take it. Take it. All right, X-Files. Swan. Swan with the point. X-Files. I'm surprised not there were no more answers. This is a good one. All right, here we go. Sorry, I don't know how to spell it. I'm no troll. Then why are you here, man? Come on, dude. Look, guys. Oh, all right. On with the question. In what year did the Soviet Union collapse? In what year did the Soviet Union collapse? See you, Trenton. Appreciate you. It's okay, Trenton. You have a good one, brother. 901, 1992. Bud. Bud, did you mean to say something else besides 901, or are you saying 901 for 901? 1992. Are you, is that, it's 91. Should I give that to Bud? He put 901. The only problem I have with the 901, what you're saying that he's correct, is that is our area code here. So he could have been giving me a shout out. Bud, correct answer. We got a tight game here, guys. It's getting exciting. I'm gonna find out if the guys. I'm gonna find out if the guys who are in here tonight listen or watch chick flicks. We're gonna find out right here. Which Shakespeare play was the 1999 film 10 Things I Hate About You based on? Which Shakespearean play? Oh man, we're talking about Shakespeare in here now. Nobody's getting that. Yes, it is because you're fucking up. I knew what you meant, boss. I'm just saying it was weird because I saw 901 and I'm like 901, because that's my area code. It was a weird circumstance. It really was. Very strange. Well, you got the point, bud. Hamlet, not Hamlet. Good guess. 10 Things I Hate About You. Well, no. Much Ado About Nothing. No. Nope. Nope. I picture Swan right now. I'm kidding, Swan. I know you're an honest person. I know you're not. I know you're not looking up the answer to that. Any guesses, Swan? I'll tell you, yes. Correct, Swan. Got it. Taming of the Shrew. What I was about to say, Swan, was that that's one of those that I'm aware of the title. I just had no idea what it was about. I don't think I ever read it. Yeah. All right. I mean, Shakespeare's tough. He's the way he speaks and writes was tough to watch, or tough to comprehend, not just tough to watch, tough to comprehend. All right, next question. Which actress? Yeah, that was a good movie. I like that movie too. Which actress played the lead role in Sabrina the Teenage Witch? What was the name of the actress who played the lead role in Sabrina the Teenage Witch? I read Shakespeare's through and through and knew the answer. Of course you did. Of course you did. As a matter of fact, I feel like these little streams right here, I think they're taking away Swan's reading time. I really do. I really do. I think Swan was a big reader, and then she started seeing these streams and kind of pulled her away. I don't want to be held responsible for pulling somebody away from being a reader. Alicia Silverstone? No, it's not Alicia Silverstone. Yeah, a lot of people probably forgot. I mean, I know her name. When you read it, it's simple, but it's not one that I would just remember at the a snap of a finger. So the answer is I'm just gonna show you the answer. I'll tell you the answer. The answer is Melissa Joan Hart. Melissa Joan Hart. Not an easy one. Ooh, this is a good one. It's a good one. Clarice Explained It All was a good show. I think I saw a couple of those. Isn't that a cartoon or something? No. No, it wasn't a cartoon. All right, here we go. Maybe it is a cartoon. All right, here we go. Next question. In what year was the first Toy Story film released? What year was the first Toy Story film released? And if you've got Toy Story sitting over there in a on your CD or on your DVD shelf, do people still have DVD shelves? I know Swan does. I know that was scared to hear, wasn't it, Swan? Do people still have with a lot of CDs? You know what I'm talking about. A lot of CDs come through the bins. A lot of CDs. Sorry, I'm trying to turn this down. Boom, 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 boom. 2000, 2001, 2000. I got one. I it is 1995. 1995, Wolfie. Wolfie. All right, go ahead, bud. You got one? Let us know. Let's hear it. Let's see. Bud's coming up with something for us. He's probably a. I was telling Wolfie the other night that you got two DVD holders. No, and I know they're out there. I never collected them. I because I moved so much, I knew I was moving around, so that's the only reason I didn't collect them. But I could see having a huge collection if I wasn't moving so much. All right. I was telling Wolfie on a stream the other day that it may have been yesterday that I when I went in the other night into Slim's stream over there, and I was trying to add to it by adding things to the comments. Unfortunately, I was a little bit high, so yeah, I automatically thought of all you guys and thought about how sorry I feel for you sometimes that I can be impatient, and I don't mean to be, but after doing it myself, high, it was almost impossible. If I wasn't high, it would still be difficult because I'm slow. 500 DVDs, nice. Swan, what would we watch together? Good question. What would you watch with Wolfie? If Wolfie, I'm not saying that he asked you out on a date. We won't use those terms, but if you were going to meet up with what? Hold on. If you, that makes it sound really weird. Let's just say you and Wolfie are getting together for the first time, and what movie would a Swan pick out for that situation? And then I also want to know what movie that a Wolfie would pick out from that situation as we lose our three other viewers. They'll be back. Depends on what you like, Wolf Eyes. She won't date me. I'm a Gen Y. All right. He's not going to tell us his age. I think what has happened is you've told Wolfie in private, or you've told Swan in private. That's terrible. Yeah, you told Swan in private, and now y'all are trolling me. Full Metal Jacket is the only correct answer. For what? Oh, for the date? Gotcha. That would be a good date. It reminds me of you remember when you said that. That reminds me of you remember the and the original Naked Gun when it may have been the second one. I think it was the first one. He was went out on a date with. It was the first one. He went out on a date with his wife, and they were. It showed him having all these good times, and then it showed him coming out of a movie theater, like they had this blast, and then it scrolls up, and they're coming out of Platoon. So that's what that reminded me of right there when you said Full Metal Jacket's the only answer. That's a great movie. I mean, Kubrick doesn't mess around. He doesn't put out he doesn't put out trash. He puts out weird stuff, but Eyes Wide Shut. He did Eyes Wide Shut, right? Yeah, I think he did. But he also did The Shining, one of the greatest horror movies of all time. And yes, I said that. The Shining is one of the greatest horror movies of all time. It's one of those movies, again, it's like liver cheese. You either hate it or you love it. But The Shining it was just the entire, God, it just had a feel to it, man. It had a grittiness. It had something to it. Gritty, like, I don't know, and I picked that up through the years of watching it. I watch it every year. I'm not missing The Shining. It can be boring, but overall, I think it's a fantastic movie. What do y'all think? Y'all like The Shining? Swan has trees. We can make it romantic, romantic comedy. Whoopi, man, you. Sorry. Strange fact about me: I lick things, tree jelly. I, that's that's. I retire. I retire. Yeah, it's just too much. It's too much. It's just too much. Too much. Too much. Thank you, Swan. I didn't know if it went over or not. I meant it though. I did mean it. I mean, it was a lot because my brain was wanting to go there. It was wanting to go there. I was wanting to ask so many questions, but then it went straight to the dirty. Like, it's like I had some questions, and then it went just straight to dirty. All right, jellyfish or salty? Wait. Next time I go on vid, I'll tell you a joke about One Stone the Indian. Whoopi, you're here, so when you come on video, okay, gotcha. I forgot you weren't there because you're here, but you're not here. Beverly Hills Chihuahua was a work of art meant to be cherished. I don't know that I ever watched that. I'm sure I've seen clips of it. I don't know if I've ever watched it all the way through though. Freshwater jellyfish ain't salty. Yes, jellyfish are salty. Freshwater jellyfish ain't salty. Uh-oh. You got some friction. Got some friction going on here. You got some friction. It's a George Lopez masterpiece. I love George Lopez, man. Good guy. Good guy. Always liked him. Let's. I wanted to ask you guys if you have like a comedy that that you feel is a one of those comedies that more like a cult classic, you know, but you feel like it's underrated, like it should be rated a lot higher than it is. Do you have anything like that? Comedy. I'm thinking comedy because I have one. My son's dumber. Year one. Yeah, year one's. I need to go back and watch it again. I think I watched it. That was during COVID, wasn't it, Bud? Didn't that come out during COVID? I think it was. Um, Mine is Road Trip. Is it Road Trip? No, Euro Trip, not Road Trip. Road Trip's good too, though. But Euro Trip. I think that your National Lampoon's Euro Trip is a very, very funny and underrated comedy. Underrated comedy. So many things in that movie that I remember that, you know, I just look back on and I'm like, man, that movie should have been bigger. It really should have been bigger. Oh, it's from 2010? I knew it was Jack Black. For some reason, I was thinking, wow, that's nuts. I don't know how that happened. Some reason I was thinking that was one of the ones they released. Maybe I saw it come out on one of the streaming services. That's probably what it was. I saw it in I don't know, 2021 or something. Maybe they just put it up on Netflix or somebody changed it, moved to a different streamer, and I caught it. I guess that's what it is. Otherwise, I sound like a real dumbass, huh? Um, let me wrap my tentacles around you, and we'll taste for yourself. What in the hell is happening? Land of the Lost with Will Ferrell. I agree with that one too. Will Ferrell's look, man. Even his bad movies, if you're a fan of them, you can go and you can find gold in those bad movies. It's never with Will Ferrell. Yeah, it might overall be bad, and you know what we're talking about. There were a few that he put out that were, you know, with his Shake and Bake Boy, the detective one, that one. I don't know that I ever watched it, so I'm not going to talk bad about it. But I just heard that it was bad. Um, Anybody else hear that about that? So he doesn't. Even if it's bad, it still can be good. Is what I'm trying to say. Will Ferrell in Eastbound and Down. Will Ferrell in The Office. A lot of people didn't like those episodes. I was a fan of Will Ferrell in The Office. Will Ferrell, I thought it was good. The more I watched it, the more I liked it. He was very straight. I mean, he was himself, but in a different kind of way. I like Shallow Hal. I haven't seen that in so long, though. God, that's an older one there, Swan. Jack Black, right? Yeah, Jack Black. And I'm trying to think who directed it. Was it the people who directed Something About Mary, probably? I agree. I like that one too. Good movie, Swan. Wolf Eyes Blonde. Wants a Swan. How about Walk Hard? Bud! Bam! Bullet. Bullet straight to the top. I'm going to give Bud Morgan a point in our trivia game for that comment. It was so good. I think that's the best one. I really do. That movie it's ridiculous. You got to have a certain kind of sense of humor to enjoy it. But holy crap, man! I mean, you remember scenes. You don't want none of this when he'd bust in on them doing drugs, and it started real. What was it the first time? It's marijuana. It's Mary Jane or something, and then it kept going higher and higher every time. That was good stuff, man. And Jenna from The Office. her Pam, Jenna, Pam from The Office. Jenna is her name. I can't remember her last name for some reason, but she was great in it. Eat that shit, honey. Good movie. Thank you for that, man. I like Longest Walk. I watched that recently. That's not a comedy. Are you talking about the Stephen King Longest Walk? The wrong kid died that day. Yeah, yeah. It's good. You're gonna, hey man, you just probably picked my my movie choice for when I'm done with this. I'm not gonna lie. I really want to watch that again. It's been a while. Um, I saw that. Fun fact: I saw that in a movie theater. Well, that's when during my movie theater phase when I was managing a movie theater, or I was assistant manager. I wasn't the GM at that one, but I remember coming in early that day because we could pre-screen these movies and watch them. And I watched that in our biggest theater. I think maybe the night before I watched it, and I remember thinking, this is awesome. I love it. And then just didn't do what it should have done. I don't know. Another one kind of like that. I don't know if you guys. Here's one. And I already forgot it. Man, kids, don't do drugs. Am I extremely different? I want to know. See, guys, when I'm in here at night after I've had a gummy, am I extremely different than I am in the day? Is it like night and day? I really need to know these things because I don't know. My wife don't tell me. Do y'all like sober liver cheese better or high liver cheese? You can be honest. I'm not going to kill myself for your entertainment, okay? There's no wrong answer here. Next week I won't be in here much due to work, but I'll try my hardest. That's so sweet, Swan. Thank you for that notice. Very, very nice. And I hope everything with work works out. Holy crap, I gotta turn that off. That is horrid. First songs I ever wrote. Yeah, thank you for letting us know, and I hope that your work doesn't, drive you batty, or that you keep your sanity on that. The wrong kid died. Oh, the movie. I told you. You just got to hang on. It's going to pop back in. The movie that I think was underrated. I don't think it did real well at the box office. Wolfie, hold your ears. You're not going to like this one, brother. This is the end. The Jonah Hill with all the guys together. Look, that was one of those movies that I was going to watch by myself. I was going to pre-screen it and watch it by myself in the theater that night. And I turned it on, and I promise you, I watched maybe 3 minutes of the movie, and I was like, I got to go shut this off because my wife has to be here with me, and other people need to be here with me to experience this movie. It makes sense. And I wanted a crowd experience. I didn't just want to be there sitting there laughing my ass off in a lonely guy in the theater, and I would have been too. I was like, yeah. And yeah, it's a very controversial movie in a lot of ways. It talks about religion. It's a lot like Dogma. But it's humor, where and it may be blasphemous to some people, but to me, I don't know, man. At the end of Dogma, when God came out and God was Alanis Morissette, and went over, and the way God just kind of, when he started cussing, and then she went over and booped him on the nose and went boop, or did this to, like she wasn't going to strike him down for cursing or being like that. She was just she was a playful spirit. I really kind of dug that. Not because she was a woman or anything like that. Don't flame me because of that. But actually, man, most of my bosses in life that have been above me, who have been women, those have been my favorite bosses. Not gonna lie. They've always been fair. They've always fair. That's the main thing. They take a little more time with the employees, and at least that's been my experience. Yeah, that's the one that had the rapture. Yeah, that's it, man. I love my job, but I love you all more. But my work sadly has to come first. Yeah, I know. And because we live in the U.S. of A. I mean, we got to work, right? We all got to work. We got to find our niche to to keep going until next month, and until next month, until next month. In some cases, next week. We struggle. That's the one that has the rapture, dumbest movie I've ever seen, but laughing my ass off when I seen it. Yeah, okay, that's cool. That's fair. That's very fair. I appreciate you being fair. Uh, really though, towards the end, some of the stuff was kind of like it was good branding, good messaging. When my favorite part was when he was getting sucked up and into heaven, and he started fuck yo and started cussing them and everything, and then the light disappeared. He fell back down and got eaten alive. Come on, man, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. And yes, it was very basic. Oh, you got to do something nice for this person, and you really mean it. But still a good message. Still a good message. Blasphemous, yes, of course. It was that in some places. The devil with the giant dong swinging back and forth. I mean, come on, that was unfortunately you had to see it, and you wondered if other people were looking at the same thing. Everybody in the theater thought the same thing when they saw it. They were just like, is that really up there? And they started looking around. Do other people see that? That was a real thing that happened in that movie. I saw other people doing the same thing. so don't feel weird because you felt weird about seeing the giant dong, devil dong swinging on the screen. It's always shocking when you're in a movie theater. If anybody who saw Bruno in the talking thing, you just don't. You're just not ready for it. You're not. You just unprepared. And yes, Swan, I'm fully aware. Well, you should be prepared because you've been watching women do the same thing for decades and decades. You're right, Swan. You're absolutely right. But women are beautiful. Men are disgusting. Their body, I don't know. Mall rats, yeah, mall rats. Yep, saw mall rats in the movie theater. Knew about that one because by that point I discovered what's his name, the Kevin Smith, Clerks. Saw Clerks in a movie theater. Was blown away by Clerks. Thought it was they Wolfie. You might not like Kevin Smith because what Kevin Smith has essentially done is in his movies is he made it like okay to have normal nasty talk with each other. You know what I mean? You didn't see that in movies the way these people were talking to each other. It just seemed that was genuine. It seemed real. It didn't seem like acting at all. And it doesn't seem like a script. It doesn't seem like a script. It seems like it's all off cuff. A lot of it might have just been something they made up on the spot. I love that, dude. I love everything about that. Love it. But then again, it made that kind of a unique thing. It made it other studios jumped in and it's not so unique anymore. You know what I mean? Back then, that was very unique, and now it's just commonplace. And is it because of that? Because they were the first ones who really did that? Something to think about. But yeah, I love that. Mallrats was hilarious, dude. And what was the other one? Chasing Amy. Chasing Amy's one. It was when he got into his more deep thinking movies. We all know what that's about. He's in love with a lesbian. And he can't understand why she doesn't love him back. It's the whole thing. I remember it being funny and serious, and I was very confused by it. I was just like, okay, Kevin Smith's trying to trying to really take us somewhere here. So I caught a little off guard by that. I had to rewatch it and decide how I really felt about it. Dogma, Wolfie, don't hate me. I thought it was it was a very blasphemous movie. Buddy Christ, but I thought Buddy Christ was cool. I didn't think that was over the top because, like I said, I think Christ is kind of a hippie. He's maybe not a hippie, maybe not a weed smoke, a love kind of guy. That's what I mean with that. Try being a construction work. Be right back. Got to feed the dogs, but I'm still listening with my ears. Try being a construction worker. We think and talk different from what you have seen. It would get you monitored fast. Yeah, yeah. It's so wild. You could go on and on all night about speech, and how what word is, what word isn't, what word. It's just, and it's always changing is what makes it difficult. It seems like I get the frustration with a lot of people who may not be just anti-gay people, but they see stuff all the time and they get confused with it. Like it used to be LGBT or LGB. It used to be, and it seems like they kept adding and adding. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, I got to remember that now." I get that. I get that feeling. I get it. But you gotta. I don't know. You gotta step back and all Hollywood movies are blasphemous. All of them? Come on, bro. Well, we're not doing this tonight, man. We're going to get back to the game. That's what we're going to do. I don't think I've seen a Guy Ritchie film I didn't like. Yeah. Yeah, Guy Ritchie. I love a movie that'll do that to you. My favorite movie is Magnolia. You ever heard of that? Well, it changes. Magnolia, Forrest Gump, and Shawshank Redemption. Those three. Right behind it would be Big Lebowski. I got to throw that in there. I just like comedies, but I like comedies that are weird, but not too weird. Like Big Lebowski hit that nail right on the head. It hit it. There's one. There's one we didn't mention. Big Lebowski. They got huge though. They started having festivals everywhere. I get people call me dude all the time. I take that as a high compliment. I'm like, yeah, man. If Jesus could turn water to wine, just imagine what he could do with some lemonade. Okay. I think I get it. I'm not sure though. We haven't been in the game 20 minutes. LOL. All right, back to the game. All right, here we go. All right, this is a good one. It's a bowling movie, you know me. And so you also loved Kingpin, right? Kingpin. There's another one. All right, we're through that. We're through that. Guys, run! There's a giant shitstorm coming this way. All right, all right, all right, all right. Oh, the scene with Bill Murray in that movie when he's it's gonna be a showdown and his hair's doing all that shit. Look, dude, I don't care who you are, that you gotta hand it. That is one of the best little skits in a movie. It's amazing, everything about it. Bill Murray's at the top of his game. That character that he plays is just perfect for him. Perfect. I was so happy to see him in that role on Kingpin. Yeah. Okay. Away from Kingpin, but remember when it came out and had the nipples? Okay. All right. Next question. Next question. What was the first name of the pink Power Ranger in Mighty Morphin's Power Rangers? What was the first name of the pink Power Ranger in Mighty Morphin's Power Rangers? I like that. I would never know it, but maybe one of you guys do. There's no way I'd know that. Wolf. Wolf. All right. All right. Wolf, you get a point. I got questions. I got questions. I got some questions for you. Um, so not only do you know her name, you know it well enough that you shortened it from Kimberly to Kim. So you were a real big Mighty Morphin Power Ranger fan, weren't you? Weren't you, Wolfie? Just admit it. Just admit it. It's okay. Nothing wrong with that. The only thing that's wrong in all of our history, the only thing that you didn't have that you could not watch and be a fan of was He-Man, the cartoon. The guy's voice echoed. Something wasn't right with him, man. I was never down with He-Man. Never. I liked the toys, but once that cartoon came on and I heard that echo voice of his, I was like, I'm out. I'm out of here. It's not right. Not right. Not right. All right. All right. Here we go. Kimberly. Wolf. That's cool, Wolf. I'm yanking your chain. Yeah, yanking your chain. Can't do anything. All right, here we go. This is a good one. We're going to learn something here. We're going to learn something here. We're going to learn something. Were you? What are the bronies? By the power of Grayskull. I didn't even like Skeletor. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. It was something about the animation. I think I wasn't a fan of that animation. It was just It was something not quite right with it. And I loved animations like Thundercats. Oh, that was good stuff. Even though I go back and it doesn't look like it. I remembered it, but I get it. At the time that was really cool. Something about He-Man and that animation style. I wasn't a fan of. All right, here we go. In which year of the 1990s was Nelson Mandela released from prison? In which year? In the 1990s was Nelson Mandela released from prison? Skeletor was a tweaker. No, man, I was a fan of Mum-Ra. I love Mum-Ra. Mum-Ra was cool as hell, man. He talked funny. Mum-Ra! I can't even remember how he talked. I feel like Mum-Ra was the same voice as the little cat thing. I feel like they were the same voice, the same dude doing both of them. That happens a lot. And I hate to ruin a cartoon for you because a lot of people go through their entire lives and they don't notice that there's one dude doing three different characters in a cartoon. And if I ruined it for you, I'm sorry. I really am. I get a little joy out of it though. I'm not going to lie. It completely changes everything you know. 1994. No, not 1994. Mum-Ra. What the hell is that? No. What's that? Get away. All right. 1990, Wolfie. Ding, 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 ding. Wolfie, you got 5 points, bro. Scoreboard right now. I got Wolfie at 5 points. I got Swan at 4 points. I got Bud at 3 points, and I got Runner 5K at 1 point. Cool? Everything kosher? February 11, 1990. Man, that was when all that shit was going down. Think about that. 1990, and then what you have right out? Didn't you have the Berlin Wall fell? There was just so many things happening. It was like in the song "Right Here, Right Now." right here, right now. That's what it's talking about. He understood that they were at a big moment in world history, and they were. That was so. I dig that song a lot because that he understood history as it was happening, and sometimes a lot of people don't see it. Starting to think maybe we got a little bit happening here. Starting to think. I don't know. We'll see. All right, what do we got next? Next question. Oh, I got to give you the question. I was waiting on you to give it to me. I think it was. Tear down that wall, Mr. Gorbachev. Hell yeah, Reagan. Good shit, man. All right, here we go. What color was the 1990s character Mr. Blobby, and what color spots did he have? What? what color was the 1990s character Mr. Blobby, and what color spots did he have? So you got to tell me, oh, he was blue with black spots or something like that. I'm back. Had to throw Bowser's food in the blender and then heat it up. Oh my God! Listen to the Bowser's just getting, man. He just gets treated like a king, like the king he is. Does anybody know the answer to that stupid question I just asked? Who's Mr. Blobby? I don't know either, dude. What did you say? Purple and pink, or pink and purple? You're very close. Oh, damn it. I helped the other guys out. Pink and purple? No, it is. Anybody else want to take a shot? If you're a critical thinker, then you understand that I gave you half the answer right there. Wait, didn't I? Yes. Pink and yellow. Polka dot. Pink and yellow polka dot. Yes. Pink with yellow spots. Pink with yellow spots. Wolfie takes a lead even bigger. Wolfie gets a lead of 2. Now it's hard. Swan's got to come back with a great card. So we go to the next. And I ask and hope you know. But if you don't, it's okay. I'll just tell you, you really blow. $5. That's a $5 charge. That's got to be worth at least 5, right? I'm kidding. All right, here we go. All right. Man, if that comes back as the highlight from this stream, it will never be seen. It's never going to be seen, just so you know. Jason Priestley, Tori Spelling, and Luke Perry starred in what 1990s American TV series? Ooh, do we give it? Oh, so close. Very close, guys. Very close. Come on. Come on. You're not done with your not. Oh, Bud. Bud with the point. Good comeback, Bud. I was wondering, man. You get it though, right? I mean, it clearly says Beverly Hills 90210, right? I mean, I got to go with what it says. If it had just said 90210, I would have absolutely have given it to you. But you were the first one who answered anyway, I think. Let me see. All right, here we go. What was the name of the IBM computer that beat chess champion Gary Kasparov in 1996? What was the name of the computer, the IBM computer, that beat chess champion Gary Kasparov in 1996? You're going to impress me if you get this one. I'm going to be like, dang, we need to make them the host. Deep think. Ooh, God, you're close, dude. You're so close. Very close. Halfway close. Do, 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 do. There's no timer. No timer. Deep think. We've had a bunch of those in here. A lot of them. Too many. No, I'm kidding. Engine. Nope. Correct answer. Deep blue. Deep blue. Deep blue. All right. It's a tough one. At least you got it 50% right. Deep blue. Yeah. At least you got it. He got it 50% right. We should give him half a point. All right, here we go. Okay, what was the name of the handheld digital pet that was created in the 90s and became a craze among children? A handheld digital pet. Oh, yeah. Tamagotchi. Tamagotchi. Pablo Xanax. Pablo Xanax, new player. Pablo Xanax. Pablo Xanax. I'm just going to call you Pablo X. Let's be informal here. 1 point. Digipet. Isn't Digipet like the knockoff version? Wouldn't that be like the? Remember you had you had the Transformers and then you had the GoBots. GoBots were for the poor people, and the Transformers were for the for the well-to-do. It's just what it was. Was what it was, and you dealt with it. I don't think kids were really running around going, oh, you come up with your you come up with your digipet, and they've got the expensive Tamagotchi. I don't think that if you came up and you started talking to that person, they would look down at your digipet and go, gross, and run away. I don't know. Maybe they would. Maybe they would. Kids are little bastards sometimes, That sorry, we've gotten to the point in the night where I will sometimes talk about kids, Wait. Wait. Where I'll not afraid to say what was the truth. Must be dark out. My brain slows down at night. Oh, God. Man, hey, this look, man, this one tonight, it's got me. It's kicking. I mean, it is like I have to tell you. Why am I even explaining this to you? You're seeing it play out before your very eyes. You're seeing this travesty happen in front of you. You get a front row seat for it. Oh Lord. All right. What was the name? What was the name of Ross's monkey in season 1 of Friends? How many of us have them? Friends. Ones we can depend on. Friends. How many of us have them? I have a Swan Song's probably, man, Swan Song doesn't watch TV. So this game to her, she's probably like, how the hell am I supposed to know that? She's actually doing okay though, doing pretty good. I gotta give you props for that, Swan. For somebody, I mean, because some of us guys, man, we're pop culture fiends, We know it, we live it. That's what and some people aren't. And when you Mr. Something, Marcel. Wait. Digipet, Mr. Something. Must be dark out. Marcel. Oh my God, this gummy's out of control. It's out of control. How have I let myself get this way? This will not stand. This will not stand. Next question. Let's go to 80s. Let's go to 80s. Let's switch it up. Let's switch it up. That was cool, but I think 80s would be really cool. I think 80s would be really cool. She knew X Files though. Yep, she did know that. I can't remember the one she answered, but yeah, X Files is one of them. But I think she had already mentioned she was an X Files fan. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, here we go. Let's see what the 80s have to hold for us. Guys, let's see if it gets any better here. Who had a hit song with. Who had a sit. Who had a hit song with I'm walking on sunshine. Well, I'm walking on sunshine. Who sang that song from the 80s? That's a hard one. That's a hard one. And as a matter of fact, I don't. You know, should we skip that one? That one's kind of rough. What does the back of the card say? Back of what card? It says 80s. 80s. Oh, you want okay for the. Well, if I see you tell me a simple thing, and I can't understand what you're saying. The back of the card. You're telling me show me the back of the card, so because I don't know it, and I show you this back of the card. Look, man, this thing's out of control. Yes, Katrina Swan, I'm going to give you that. You know why I'm going to give you that? Because there's no way in hell anybody else is going to even come close to getting that. Yes, it was Katrina and the Waves. And yes, I'm cutting her some slack because that's a difficult one that I don't think anybody would have gotten. Now, relaxing music. If he was in here, he would have gotten it. Where's he at, man? He's off tomorrow. He's got no reason that maybe he's getting. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Who knows? Let's see. Microsoft's first version of the Windows operating system, Windows 1.0, was released in what year? Woo! Remember, it's an 80s. So Microsoft's first version of the Windows operating system, Windows 1.0, was released in what year? That's a cool one. Very difficult. I think so. I don't think you got a shot, guys. Yeah, I think you're done here. I think I can just give you the answer. That's what I think. 1988, 1984, 1985. Wolfie's rocking it tonight, bro. What's going on with you, man? You got this vigor about you tonight. You know how people. It's almost like you know that feeling you get when you're when you feel like your first time you feel like you're in love. That kind of feeling. I feel like you got this energy to you. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. So I'm turning on y'all now. This is not cool. It's not cool because if y'all ain't there, I'm not here. So I can't be turning on y'all like that. That's not cool, man. There's bro code. There's all kinds of stuff that needs to be. You can't just be throwing stuff like that out. Keep it, Wolfie, because you deserve it. Oh man, guys, y'all are oh y'all are more entertaining than Skyrim, and I played a lot of Skyrim in my day, or Fallout. I played a lot of that too. I'm not into it. I try to get into games now, and it's kind of like I don't know, man. They just don't draw me the way they used to. I don't get it. I don't understand why. I watch other people sometimes when they game, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool, you know. If they have a good personality, I'm watching for the personality and the gameplay. I don't want you to think I'm sitting around watching gameplay all the time, but I know Rad Brad is. I watch that guy. He's cool. You try it out sometime. If you ever want to shut the brain off, that's what you do. You watch one of those streamers playing a game. That's a good way to shut it off. It does. All right. You missed some while feeding the fur babies. I did. Oh well. New Vegas is in my top 5. Yeah, New Vegas is cool. Do you play the new one, the 76 one? I've heard so many mixed things about that. I heard it was one of those that it started out terrible and they've kind of worked on it and since, and now it's passable. So that's what I've heard from it. I can play it. I have it on my Xbox Live. I have an Xbox Live account, so I can stream my gameplay from my phone, actually, by using an external controller that makes it into a big controller, and I just play the game like it was a Switch, like a Switch. Pretty cool. You can actually do that now. Pretty amazing to think about, man. A lot of people don't understand that. You can get an Xbox Live subscription without having an Xbox. As long as you got a good, a decent router and a decent, is that right? Router? A decent, you know what I'm saying? A decent provider, internet provider with good speed. You can play, and a good phone, you can play those games on your phone. They have a thing where you can stream to play. And it's the same game, everything about it, fully featured. It's pretty cool. It saves it if you ever get knocked out for any reason, because it did happen sometimes. It's still a newer thing, so sometimes you get knocked out when you're streaming live. But it reconnects really quickly, and even if you get knocked out and you come back later, all your stuff's saved on it. So that's pretty cool. You don't have to worry about any of that. Like if I just decide to shut it off automatically and then go back, and a week later, it's right there. All the places I left off are there. So I'm describing a save state, essentially. All right. Did any of you play Parasite Eve on the PlayStation? Oh, man, I bet I have. For some reason, that one, though, seems like it's getting tangled up with Resident Evil for some reason. Because that's what I go straight to when I think of PlayStation. I think PlayStation was the first Resident Evil. Don't quote me on that. Everybody remembers the moment when the wolves jumped through you're walking through the hallway and the wolves jump through the freaking through the glass. Everybody knows that. It was your first real jump scare in a video game. I didn't like Resident Evil. I mean, I liked it, but I don't know. It wasn't for me. Let's see. You're correct. I like it. I just wish it was more like, I don't know. There's something about it it's blocky when you're moving, and it's supposed to be, because that's the gameplay of it. But I don't know. I like a more open world and free experience. You're correct. He didn't play that game. Oh, you didn't? To be honest with you, I don't even know what game I'm talking about. No, I know what you're talking about. I think I know. You didn't play that one? Yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one. I can say that with confidence, because if it's a shitty game, I'm telling you, within 5 minutes, I'm done. Man, I can't. Sometimes you get into those games and they got cut scene after cut scene after cut scene, and I get it, man. Sometimes you're in the mood to watch a movie as a video game, like The Last of Us. That's cool. That's a great experience. Twisted Metal games, yep. The weapon draw and aim was a struggle. Yeah, that's what I mean about it. It didn't. But I got to remember that was a long time ago. And the new ones, I think I I've watched some gameplay on the new ones, and I know the new ones are completely different. They're open world. I mean, they're some of them they're open world to an extent. That zombie one they put was there a zombie one they put out recently? Let's see. Okay. What do we got? We got 5, 1, 7, 4, and 1. All right. Padlock's coming in. All right, 80s. Here we go, guys. Stay with me. Stay with me. What time is it? I ain't late. Here we go. Corey Feldman, Josh Brolin, and Sean Astin all starred in which 1985 movie? Corey Feldman, Josh Brolin, and Sean Astin all starred in which 1985 movie? Love The Last of Us, yeah. Yeah, the you've watched it on HBO, right? Death Stranding. Yeah, the Lost Boys. Nope. Goonies. Wolfie. 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 You're on it tonight, bro. Your internet connection's real fast. Okay. All right. I didn't know Josh Brolin was in the Goonies. Who did he play in the Goonies? HBO gave it away. Goonies, HBO. Lost Boys. Oh, are you talking about Last of Us? They changed some of it. Yeah, they changed some of it. They changed a lot of it actually. My brain didn't even hear your question. Well, no, because I haven't asked it. This was for. Are you talking about? It was Corey Feldman, Josh Brolin, and Sean Astin all starred in which 1985 film, The Goonies? Or let me pause and then say The Goonies. All right. 9:21. My dogs are whining. I need to go check on them in a minute. One of them is, but he's a whiny boy, very whiny boy. Did you know that this one's right on topic? Or on it's timely. I'll put it to you that way. Timely. The USA boycotted which Summer Olympic Games? The USA boycotted which Summer Olympic Games? And yes, I will need the year and the country, because I'm a stickler, and that's what it says there. The USA boycotted which Summer Olympic Games? Oh. Oh. Yes, I'm making old man noises. Shut up. It happens. Nobody knows. The USA boycotted which Summer Olympic Games? It's okay. It is the 1980 Summer Olympics in Moscow. Now it makes sense, right? All right. United States summer. What year, Wolfie? What 1989 movie features the line, "I'll have what she's having"? What 1989 movie features the line, "I'll have what she's having"? I know nothing about sports. I'll just bring you all sports food for the game. I could use some sports food. When Harry Met Sally, Pablo coming in, coming in. Boom. When Harry Met Sally. It's right after she did the orgasm scene where she was in the middle of the restaurant, and then the old lady goes, "I'll have what she's having." That's so. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Chris Cornell. Chris Cornell formed which band with guitarist Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine? And what a good band they are. Or were. Chris Cornell formed which band with the guitarist Tom Morello of Rage Against the Machine? What? Really? I didn't know. Okay, yeah, Audio Slave. I'm a little shocked here. I didn't, because from what I was remembering from Audio Slave, it seemed like they were mid '90s. That's what I remember from Audio Slave, but maybe they'd been around since the '80s. That's pretty cool. I did not know that. What a loss! What a loss! What a loss! Wherever you are, good stuff. I love his song. I Am a Highway. That's what it is, right? I'm a highway. I think that's what it is. I am a highway. I'm a highway. Maybe. Does anybody know that? I'm not. I would sing you a bar, but no, I'm not trying to sing Chris Cornell. I ain't crazy. That guy got up there, way up there. No, 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 no. You make that mistake once in karaoke. You get up there and you try to do a Chris Cornell song or a Audio Slave song, and then you never do it again. All right. Here we go. Yeah. I mean, I shouldn't pick and choose. I should just read what I see. I Am the Highway. Yeah. What a song. What a song. It's one of those, man. You only have a few. You only have a handful of songs that really, and I say that about a lot of songs. So maybe I've got two handfuls. But music is important to me. But Chris Cornell and that song in particular is, I don't know. Listen to it sometime and you'll figure it out. All right. In what year was India's Prime Minister India Gandhi? We'll just say, why did they have to put India? Why did they have to put India? I mean, was that his? Okay, I guess because that was his first name. I thought it was Mahatma. Right? And what year was India's Prime Minister Gandhi assassinated? 1984. Wolfie. Rolling. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I like Gandhi. I remember that was a big field trip for us when that movie came out. And we took a field trip to see Gandhi. And I remember it being boring for me at my age. It was a little above where I was at, but I saw some other kids were really into it. But I got it. Man, he was a peaceful guy, and he had people need to hear his story. You know what he did, right, Wolfie? He had a lot of different religions that he piecemealed some religions. He took different ideas from different religions and made this, Swan, look, you get what I'm saying. He was not read up on him. He was, I don't know a ton about him. I should know more. Damn it! Now I've got to go study up on Gandhi. I really should know more about Gandhi than I do. Shame on me. I'll know more about Gandhi in 6 months. I promise. All right, on to the next question. What time is it? 9:30. Okay, next one. I'm just gonna go right off the top here. Really? What was Scooby Doo's favorite food? His hands are busy. Oh man, I think I'm finally getting a little hydrated again. All food. LOL. Scooby snacks. Yes. Swan. Getting it. Hey, can I ask y'all a favor? What I want to know, and this is, I really shouldn't share this with you guys, but I'm going to because it's important to me. What how an outsider sees things, and I know I'm high right now, but I really want to know this. I need you guys to kind of keep an eye on me over the next, I don't know, month or 2 months because I told you about having some of my pills I had to kind of ration because we were getting new insurance. Um, I still have the one that helps with my stroke, so I'm not going to have a stroke immediately, I don't think. But I was taking a antidepressant, and I have never taken one in my entire life up until my stroke, or actually, it was right before my stroke. I started taking that, and it was just my wife had noticed that I'd been really just edgy, really edgy. Um, so she suggested it, and I for a while didn't want to do it, but then I was like, you know what? I can see that I've been, something's been a little off with me. So they did put me on that, and I was on it for a while, and then I just came off of it, and my doctor got pissed that I did that. But I've been on it for a while up until December. So how you see me and my personality, um, yeah, it could help me. You know what I mean? Because if if I come off of this and I'm okay and I feel like actually I'm being a lot more productive, um, but then again, about things like that. You don't always see it. I might not see it. That's why it's good to have other eyes, and I trust it with you. I trust you guys to, and I know that's a lot to ask because I'm all over the place anyway. I've always been like that, so I don't want you. I just mean like irrational stuff, like really, really, like blowing up on somebody and threatening them, or doing something off tilt, or yeah, off tilt. If you notice anything like that, it would be amazing that you send me a message on the side and say, hey man, I want to talk to you about this, and it would be of great help to me because I hope I'm able to come off this stuff. I've never liked being on that crap. I've never had to my entire life. So, it could be okay, but I also understand it might not be okay. So let me know. Hopefully everything's going to be okay. All right. I'll share my age if you tell us. I told you. Tell me the age. I haven't seen a change, but I only see, a small window into my life. You do. You do, but you've also, what you have to remember is how I act on here when I talk to you. It's exactly how I am in public. Okay. I never put on a front in here. I never try to act any differently. That's the way I am in public. You know what I mean? So you'll still be able to see it, even though you only get me in smaller increments, I would think. Because I know people who have come off their meds, but they've had serious mental problems. and they think they're better, and they stop taking the medication, and they become overnight like a completely different person. I've seen it. I've experienced it. Not me, but I've had it on one side of my family. So, you know, just, keep an eye out. All right. I'm always a little crazy. So expect that. And you know that. Expect me sometimes to come in here with a rooster hat on and stuff like that. You have an impossible job, is what I'm telling you. No, but yeah, just anything you notice. I'm not saying make it a big deal, but if you notice anything really weird, please let me know. I don't like that if I'm being this completely different animal. That's why I was talking about this gummy and how it most times I will be. I know y'all laugh, but I will be in control for the most part with those gummies. When I get to a place, and there's a couple of times tonight I've gotten there, I've looked over here and going, "What am I looking at?" And that's when it gets where I'm like, "No, that shit ain't. That's not fun." I don't want people to see me like that, and I don't like to feel like I don't have at least a little control, right? I'm back. What's up, man? I'll tell you next time I'm on cam with Swan. Oh man, you're something else, man. And I can't wait to get you back on screen to screen. No pressure, but sometimes you and me, I think we got a little silly banner that we do. One day you're just going to cuss me out of nowhere. And I'm not going to know what to do. I'm going to be shocked. Or one day I do it to you. I won't do that to you, Wolfie. I promise you. The film Raging Bull is a biography of which famous boxer? Another crappy question for Swan. Film Raging Bull is a biography of which famous boxer? Take the gummies. Stop it, bro. Stop it. Are you saying take more gummies? No, that's just ain't happening. Nobody cares about that question. It's Jake LaMotta. Jake LaMotta. All right, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna give you all a chance. I'm not gonna do it every night, okay? Some nights we're gonna. If you're 4 points ahead going into the final round, I'm not gonna screw you by saying the next question's worth 10 points. Most of the time, I won't do that, okay? But I want to give anybody that's still in here watching a chance to at least tie the game. So we're going to say, and I can't add it up right now. Wolfie's got 9, Swan's got 6. Runner's not here anymore, so I don't have to go by him. Thank you for coming in if you are here, and give me a 1 if you want me to count your score. Bud, you're 4, and Pablock's your 2. So we go off Pablock's. Pablock, I'm going to give you a chance to tie the game. Okay, Pablock's. This one is a 8-point question. My game, my rules. I won't do this. I promise you. We'll have serious competition in here. But I like everybody to have a shot. I've always liked that, okay? I've always been that guy. I want everybody to have a chance to win. I'm not that guy that thinks everybody should all win. Sometimes I am. And that's a good thing to be sometimes. Sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm very competitive. All right, here we go. All right. All right, it's a good one. Because I don't know that you guys are going to get this. You might. Which German, you're fixing to win? Bud said, I got it. I got it. I'm fixing to win. You ready? Which German pop band had to return their Grammy for lip syncing their record hit, Girl, You Know It's True? Ooh, 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 I love you. Girl, you know it's true. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Late 80s. Milli Vanilli. Wait. Let me rewind this. Let me rewind this. First one to answer. Pablo Xanax bars ties the game. Holy heck. So I need Pablo and Wolfie in one final question, which is for Pablo and Wolfie only. Got it? Don't be popping the answer up on the screen if you know it. We want to give both of these guys a fair shot at the championship since we yanked it out of Wolfie's mouth. That wasn't supposed to happen, Wolfie. It really wasn't. I mean, I can't plan that shit. All right. Okay. All right. Yes. Here we go. Now, where did the 1984 Summer Olympic Games take place? Where did the 1984 Summer Olympic Games take place? I'm not seeing an answer. So, before you answer, it's an American city. It's an American city. 1984 Summer Olympic Games. Incorrect. City. And he's kind of right. Wolfie. Yeah, okay, you got it. You got it anyway. It's LA. It's LA. Pavlocks, great game. Great game. I got to give you props, man. I really wanted you to have a shot, and the reason I did is because you came in very strong at the end, and that usually doesn't happen. People don't just come in late and go boom, boom, and they're both really quick, and you can tell, okay, they're competitive and they would be good at this game. Swan, I'm really sorry that we did have so many sports questions tonight. I I'll try to do better for you. Maybe I'll go through and we'll do like a themed '80s night, or a themed '90s night. I mean, we should. We're Gen X press, and we're about nostalgia. We're about talking and having a good time. So I don't want to exclude the young people, but everyone remembers the '80s, baby. So I'm not excluding anybody. What a decade! What a decade, man. '70s too. Not gonna lie, '70s was cool too. '80s though, '90s, eh. It has some things, right? It has some things. Um, but I talked about that the other night. I watch a guy who does a cruise video, or he's on a cruise. He's a rock guy, and he's on the '90s cruise. He always does the '80s cruise, and it's always sold out. The '90s cruise, for some reason, they've only done it 2 years, and this year they've canceled it. That's it. And it was cool. They had cool people there. I just figured it out, though. I think that they still have 4 or 5 years before they get really nostalgic the way we did. I don't know though, because I've always been pretty nostalgic about my decade. So I might have just argued myself out of that one. Uh, I don't know. The '80s was badass, and I feel for the '90s. The '90s was still pretty good, and then 2000s, some things we thought were amazing. All right, guys, I'm gonna time you out for 1 second, okay? Stand by. I got a call coming in. Shit, I don't know how to. All right, sorry guys. Figuring out some dinner plans. You know, the good stuff. Yeah, man, it's a good stuff. You like the screen pick? Which one? Be right back. Dogs are saying they need to go out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to get off here. I'm gonna have to get off here, guys. Um, I appreciate y'all always. You know, I'm gonna say it every night. I'm gonna tell you that I love you and that I appreciate you. And you better get used to it. Okay, it's just the way it is. It's the way of the world. Deal with it. Um, I went up and hugged a lady today that I know that works at the Goodwill. She was arguing with I could hear her arguing with her boss, and she's a very positive lady. And I talk to her about all kinds of stuff all the time, and try to give her positive energy, and I get it from her too. But she was arguing, and I could tell she was off, and I saw her come out of the back about 5 minutes later, and she's looking exasperated, and she's walking down the center aisle, and people are picking on the sides of her. They're all digging in, and here she comes, and she's just kind of shuffling. And I went over to her and went directly at her and threw my arms out like this, and wasn't gonna say take no for an answer. And she did. She came right in and gave me that big old hug. And I said, I heard what was going on over there, and I really felt like you needed this, and I wanted to give you a hug. And she's like, oh, thank you so much. It does help. It helps. And I was like, this, it's a job. At the end of the day, it's a job. At the end of the day, every one of you out there, it's just a job. If you're a critical thinker, you will survive. I promise you. You might have to lose a few things, and things like that might have to happen. Um, I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. I promise y'all I don't, and I'm really really sorry. I really am. It's a little out of control, and I apologize. But I did have a good time, and I hope you guys had semi decent time. I don't want you guys to ever come in here and go, oh, tonight was a 7 out of 10. Tonight was a 6.5 out of 10. He was a little off. He was a lot off tonight. I'll give him 3.7 out of 10. I mean, tonight he was really hitting, but I can only give him a 9.2. Can only give him a 9.2. Y'all are going to be helping me out. Y'all are going to be around me. So I'm going to be, take it, take it. Yeah, just take it. I'm out of here. I've already done it to you many, many, many times. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Y'all, I trust every one of you. I know y'all ain't going to be doing something stupid. You know what I mean? And I trust that you won't lose 800 viewers like we ever had 800 viewers. Although today we did have a ton of viewers this morning. That was wild. They were really. I had to be a little animated, Wolfie. I had to. And it worked apparently. So whatever. Whatever. Swan, make it to 10. No, I gotta roll out. I have to because she's what's she doing? Bring me something. Bring me something to eat. And well, what other reason? Can't remember. I had another reason, a valid reason. Oh yeah, I need to really straighten up around the house and make it look like I've been busting my ass here all day. But it really, what happened is I've waited until the last minute to shuffle some things around and make it look like I've really been working around the house. When actually I've been working on this more than I have anything else. So that's what I got to go do. Um, she wouldn't give a shit. It doesn't matter. I'm just goofing. She doesn't, she gets it. She understands. She really does. She totally understands. All right, guys. Love you all, and let's talk again tomorrow. Tomorrow, Super Bowl Sunday. I should have asked you already. Shit, I don't know. I don't know if I should even try a stream. It would seem kind of pointless to do it. I don't know. I think everybody's going to be glued to their TVs. I don't think people are going to be on YouTube or the Tiki Takis or any of those. Well, they'll be on the Tiki Takis, but the YouTubers are all going to be glued to that game. I don't know. I'll play it by ear, guys. If I get bored, it might be earlier tomorrow. If that's okay, I'll probably do something. Yeah, that's what it is. It'll be midday to maybe 4 o'clock, somewhere in there. And I know that sucks for you, Swan. But I was amazed. Wolfie caught me. Was it today? I think it was today when you called me from work. I'm not watching her nose in. Yeah, I mean, I get it, man. I'm not saying that people who don't like people who don't like. I'm not gonna lie, man. When I was younger, I used to think people who didn't watch sports and or play all that stuff. I thought, what the hell is the matter with you? I really did. I really, really, honestly, truly did. I don't know. But I don't make fun of that anymore because as I get older, I'm that way. I it's just you take it when it's there. Here's where I've reached in sports. Here's my place in sports. Okay, the only thing I'm going to seek out are the Memphis Grizzlies. And I have them. The only reason I seek them out is because they have a reminder on my TV, so it always pops up. Do you want to tune in to watch where they're playing actually tonight? They're playing right now actually, but I'll probably go in there and check them out. But other than that, I take it as it's presented to me. I don't seek it out. You know what I mean? And I don't seek it out really in any way unless I know it's a big game or a big time of the year. And that's hard to admit as a man. Okay. I was always that guy who didn't understand those people who weren't into sports. I'd never understood them. I was like, I will never understand that. But eventually you just kind of do, don't you? Maybe it's a part of progressing as a person, being enlightened. I have no idea, but they're valuable tools and they're valuable things to have. But do you want to, you know what I mean? Do you want to devote this much entire time of your life to it? That's the way I kind of look at it now. So nothing against sports people. I get it. It's not for everybody to shy away from sports, I'll still watch it. All right, but that's it for me tonight, guys. Love you all very much. And Wolf, thank you for coming in. Everybody, thank you for coming in. The ones who stuck around, Wolf, appreciate you more than anything, boss. I'm trying to think if I have anything extra to ask you or anything before I get off here. I don't think I do. Yeah, it'll be sometime midday tomorrow when I hop on. You don't have to be here, bro. I'm just letting you know. I expect no mandatory attendance from anybody at all, ever. So that would never happen. But you also understand that there's, certain personalities that I would like to have in there, as much as they can be in there. You know what I'm saying? So hats off and props to you is what I'll say. With that being said, guys, CTG out. Love you guys a lot. Let me see. Um, the time you get done, the time you get done, your wife beating you with your food. Yeah, that's true. It's probably true. You see me getting ready. I'm getting ready. You think I'm just sitting here, just kind of getting into it or whatever? No, no. My body, my body. Wolfie's getting ready. It's. I had to figure that out. You know, when you, yeah, that's what that is. That's an uneasy. Let's get it started. Appreciate you guys. CTG for life. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.